All right, with our situation these days, AP testing is starting to look a little bit different, and they're constantly sending out new information, but I wanted to make sure that I gave you all the information that I know of right now. So that some of you are starting to worry. I wanted to put those worries aside and kind of give you an idea of what to look for as far as AP testing goes this May. I am doing both my AP Physics and my AP Environmental together. There's a lot of shared information, and poor Jacob has both of those classes, so I didn't want him to watch two videos that are pretty much 98% the same. So I'm going to cover both things at the same time. So first off, make sure you know when to show up online for your test. If you are in AP Physics, then your test is Monday, May the 11th at 11 a.m. So set all kinds of alarms. Make sure your mom knows so she can get you out of bed and get ready for that test. You will need to show up about 30 minutes before to log on. Make sure you're in, make sure you're ready. There's some preliminary questions that you'll be answering. So you want to make sure that you're available for that. Don't just log on at 11. Same thing with AP Environmental. Yours is Monday the 18th at 3 p.m. So again, calendars, timers, whatever you need to do to make sure you are up and ready to take that test. You will again need to log on about 30 minutes before. Here's an idea of what to expect for mechanics. You have two questions. One is 25 minutes with 5 minutes of upload time, so the timer will count down from 30. Question 2 is 15 minutes with 5 minutes upload time, so you'll see a timer counting down from 20. You can pause the video here and kind of read what you're going to need to know about each one, but if you see, then there are a long free response question and a short free response question. Both of these we have been practicing the way that they set up the lab experiment and analyze situations. It's going to be a lot more typing, less calculations, because calculations you can easily transfer to somebody else, but typing, they're going to be able to tell your writing style and know based off a lot of really complicated software who is being honest and who is pulling information from other sources. Environmental, same type thing. Your first question will be 25 minutes with 5 minutes upload time, 15 minutes with 5 minutes upload time for question 2, and these again are more text. It's not simple definitions, not things that you could easily Google. This is a description, a process, analyzing a problem, proposing a solution. These are things where you'll have to take that information and synthesize it into something else. For both of these tests, you will be allowed to have notes. For physics, you'll have a formula chart. For environmental, you'll definitely want our notebooks so that you can look at the definitions. But with such a short period of time, you're not going to be able to look up everything. So make sure you're studying ahead of time so that you know what the basic question is asking you, and you can just go through and answer that question. Before testing day, this is for everybody, make sure you've got a good quiet location, a good internet connection. Make sure that your parents and any siblings know when these tests are happening so they won't come in and disturb you. AP Physics, make sure that you've got a good calculator charged. They did say that any of our calculations could be done with a 4 function. You're not going to have complicated graphing, but if you want to use your own calculator because you're familiar with it, then please do. Make sure it's charged. Make sure that formula sheet is printed and have it handy to use. April the 28th, College Board is doing a walkthrough of an actual testing day, so you can practice uploading. If you want to handwrite and upload, you can see what the question format is going to be like, practice logging in, make sure your account works. So you'll be getting more information about that very soon. Make sure between now and then you are checking your email. I noticed only about 8 of you had responded to an email that came from College Board last week. They will be sending the testing ticket and a worksheet to you via email, so make sure that you are checking your email. There was one that was sent out labeled 2020 AP exam schedule. That's just for your information. The one that they needed a response from you was called your personalized AP exam schedule. If you look back in your folder, see where you've got that one, there will be a little yellow button underneath your AP test that says confirm. That's the way they know that your email is active and you're responding to that email. If you did not get that email, then we need to do something about it. Check your spam folder. check for if it's been blocked. If you do not have something from Advanced Placement called your personalized AP exam schedule, then we need to know. If you go into your AP classroom, you can change the email address that all of your AP correspondence goes to. If for some reason our school account is blocking AP Advanced Placement emails, then we might need to change that to a personal email. But make sure that you got that email and go click confirm. That's how they're going to know that you are there and ready to take your test. Again, they're sending out correspondence to you soon. On week of April 27th, you see halfway down this right here, a guide to the test day will be available online for you. There will be a webinar that will walk us through and students through the test day experience of what it's going to look like, how to log on, how to submit your answers. Reminders about how to prepare will be sent out May the 4th, and then your test starts May 11th and May 18th. There are some makeup dates, but we'll talk about that in a second. Don't count on the makeup. That's makeup. That's not second chance. On testing day, make sure your computer is fully charged and ready to go. Ask other family members not to be streaming movies and playing video games just so they're not hogging the bandwidth, because you have a timed test. You have to do it in that window. Our school code is 447116. You might want to write that down somewhere and hang on to it. That's going to be on your worksheet, as well as if you're handwriting, you're going to need to put your name, your school, and your school code at the top of any sheet that you're working on so that you can take a picture and upload it and they can credit it to you. If you're writing by hand, make sure you have plenty of paper handy. Make sure you've got several pens or pencils in case one breaks or runs out of lead. If you are handwriting, make sure you've got some way of taking a photo, like your phone, and give yourself plenty of time to upload that. Okay, that morning you're going to log in and they will have some security questions and some personal information for you to fill out. So don't get there right at 11 or right at 3. Make sure you get there about 30 minutes early. Don't be alarmed if the test goes ahead and starts without you. They're going to stagger their start times because there's so many people taking these tests at the same time. So they're going to do about 30-second intervals of people testing. So if it gets to be 3:02 and you're not in yet, don't panic. If you're in the waiting room and you've done all your questions, you will be taking the test. You just might be in a tiny bit later start time. Either way, the timer starts when you get in. It's not going to cause you to have less time than everybody else. They're going to stagger it and start the timer when you get in. Okay. And just a quick note, you can either handwrite and upload, or you can type in the box. All of the questions, both physics and environmental, can be typed in the box. They're going to be more of a description. They're not going to be just straight up math calculations for you physics guys. They're going to be a description. Part of that is test security. They can tell your writing style and tell if you're actually the one that's uploading this or not. But you can't do both. If you handwrite or if you type in the box, either way, you have to pick one. You can't do a little bit of both. Again, once you see the question, the timer will start. No matter when you start, that's when the timer will start. And don't forget, the test is designed so you probably will not finish. That's to make sure they have a range of how people are doing. According to College Board, you can still earn a 5 even if you didn't finish the question. Any math that you have to do could be done using a keyboard, but the important thing is that you submit. If you do not submit, then you're not going to receive credit. There will be no late submissions. The timer on there for question 1 will be counting down from 30. When 30 runs out, it has to already be submitted. So in your head, you have to start uploading, whether you're done or not, at the 5-minute mark to make sure that you have enough time to submit that. I would rather you not finish than not submit. Okay, submission is the big key, whether or not you're done. Get as far as you can, and then make sure you get it in. They can't grade what they don't have. Okay. Question 2 will automatically start. They'll give you 20 minutes. Again, 15 is for your actual response. 5 is to make sure you get everything ready to submit. If you have any problems, if your Wi-Fi just crashes and you can't get back on, try to finish that exam and submit it. At the end, it will ask you if you need to do a retake request. This is why we don't want to wait until June to do our first test, because if you have any problems, if little brother runs streaking through the house and you have to go chase him, whatever it may be that disrupts you, stomach problems, whatever it may be, You need that backup date just in case if you have this terrible problem or this disruption, computer freezes up, whatever it may be. If you are allowed a retake, then you can do that in June. But if you do it in June, there is no retake for the June one. So we don't want to wait until June and have that be our only shot. We want to do it in May. That way we've got that safety net if needed. These are the makeup test dates, but I do not plan on you using them unless there's just some terrible internet problems that day. Make sure you finish. You can't expect to finish the whole exam, but make sure that you submit. I guess I should say submit, not finish. You have to self-monitor your time. There won't be any beeps. There's going to be a timer at the top. You just got to watch for that 5-minute mark and start uploading. No upload, no points. Okay. Now your upload, if you're uploading a picture, if you're in the process of uploading and the little markers going across, they will count that, and if your bandwidth is slow, it'll still move you on to where you can view the next question while it's uploading. But you have to have pushed submit before that 30-minute or that 20-minute mark hits. After the test, you can't put anything about it on social media. You can't tell me about it, although I'm dying to know. And do make sure that you're very careful what you're saying in text, in social media, on wherever you're at. College Board has already caught people plotting to cheat. They have a network. They have sophisticated software out there monitoring. Don't do it. This will cause you, they said on the little webinar, not only will they invalidate your score, but they will let the colleges know that you have sent your SAT, PSAT, ACT, and AP scores to. They'll just let them all know that you were caught cheating. So do not risk it. Do not cheat. I hope this gives you an idea of what to expect. Again, there will be more information coming out very shortly. I just wanted you to have something because I know you're all dying to know what it's going to be like. If I've left anything out and you have any questions, please let me know. I want you to feel good about this because I know you've got this. Be sure and check out both AP Classroom, where I've posted some things for you guys. There's some optional student practice we're working on. And also on YouTube, AP has a series of videos that will review all the content. Fantastic resources, and as we get closer to test day, they're going to shift from content to more prep for that test, so make sure you check those videos out. All right, let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you again soon.